Hello and welcome to Coffee and Card with Linda from lindaspapercraft.co.uk. I am a Stampin' Up demonstrator, and this week we are on week 5 with the Stampin' Up set Joy to You. And I really do like this one. I think it's really pretty. Originally I was going to make it as a joy fold, so like cut off there, but then I thought, you know, it looks really nice actually with it as a normal tent fold, so I've left it at that. But you could, if you wanted, sort of cut off that area and that would stick out over your piece inside, which obviously would line up with these because they are the same size, but then I decided to go for a whole front one. So we're using the one with the little berries on, and the that colour is Blueberry Bushel on the back, and then this is the one with the foliage on either side. So what I've done is I've made 2 square cards. Do you know, I bet I don't have them here. I did the other day, but it's gone. So I used 12cm squares, these 2 here, and this is what you get left, and this is what I'm using to do these. So the 12cm, like this one. Okay, from last week. Right, so you get this strip in the middle that you can then use for this piece, and then I've got a little bit of the other one as well. Right, pop them to one side, and we will get our pieces. I reuse my paper bags week on week, and I do think I might be looking at some new ones soon. Right, so we've got a Misty Moonlight, and this is called a tent fold. So it's a piece of A4 cut in half at 10.5cm and then scored at 14.85 to give you a tent fold. Couple of pieces of basic white, and then your envelope. That's for the front and inside, and then I've cut you another piece of basic white that will layer up on the Misty Moonlight there, so that you can add your DSP. Right, so let's cut that first. Get my trusty ruler out. So this one is, I bet you it is, it's an inch. So it's just over 2.5cm, or an inch by 7. Okay, so I'll cut that one first. So trusty trimmer out. So in the right paper would do. So I'm going to cut from this side here, so I'm just using this little bit. So that still leaves that longer piece there for a card that I could do. And I am going in at an inch. And then I'm cutting it probably from that end at 7cm. 7cm is a lovely length because you can get 3 out of the width of a piece of A4 paper, because it's 21cm across. So I always like things that are 7cm. And then this one, because you can get loads out of it. So yeah, I have stuck with inches again. No, I haven't. Right, so this is a silly measurement. This is 7.2cm by 10. So 7.2 there, and that's already 10, I think. No, it's not. Right. Is not big enough. Let me go and get the rest out. See, what you see is what you get with me. So I'm going back in. Oh, it's that one. There we go. So is that not quite wide enough? So I'm going through my scraps first. There you go, that's going to fit. That is wide enough. It's just a bit tall. I'm going to use that one. So keep the scraps in the front and then the full sheets in the back. So, and And this is 10 centimetres by, and yeah, it's the right width, it's 7.2 centimetres. Okay, so there we go. So the first thing I'm going to do actually is position that where I want it. Okay, and then I'm going to stamp my sentiment. Now I'm not gluing this down yet, because if I make a mistake with my stamping, the other emergency side is available. If I've glued the paper down, it's not. So may your Christmas be merry and bright, and I have used for this one Misty Moonlight. I am rolling over a card. This is the card I wanted to show you. So I've used the corner there of the designer series paper to make that card. That's why I couldn't find it, it was under the chair. Right. Okay, so I've got my Misty Moonlight ink and my May Your Christmas Be Merry and Bright. Now obviously you can swap around the sentiments, although I've sort of designed them so that they fit the sentiment I'm using. Okay, and again, taking my time, making sure it's got plenty of time to get the ink across, but I'm not rocking it. There we go. And so I'm happy with that. And I am going to stamp, because on the inside I have put, I think, yeah, wishing you a very Merry Christmas, which is here. So I'm just going to stamp that as well. Okay, fabulous. Put that to one side. Let's get this glued in place. There it is. That looks nice as well. Ooh. Do you know, I'm going to, I'm going the other way. I'm going to cover this up. And I'm going to put it darker side up. The designer series paper we have with Stampin' Up usually has a pattern side and then a plainer side, but I really like the way that that tones with my ink. I am loving that. And that's what I say about all my cards as well, you know. You do you, I'll do me, you do you. And then we're popping that on there, and then what I want is when that comes on to be in the middle, or slightly over that way rather, there. So I am happy with that. So let's pop this on. No, it's a bit too bright, that. Let's not change the whole card. Okay, so this is probably about 1.5 centimetres from the edge. Okay, so just straighten that up. And we're mounting this on here. There we go. Just see a little bit of white there. Never mind. Handmade, handcrafted. What I always say, not made in a factory in China. If it was made in a factory in China, I would expect it to be perfectly lined up. Although I doubt you'll get a card like this. And certainly not with all the layers and the dimension. So you really wanted to as well, you could emboss this piece either before or after you put on the designer series paper. That would work too. And then let's get our trusty dimensionals out. They appear to already be out. I do try and get as many of these videos recorded at once, so that I can just upload them each week without having to get everything out, to be honest. So I've done this month in 2 sessions, which has been quite nice. So So, and the way I've done this is I've sort of, I am slightly over to the right, and I've made sort of that border there and this border here quite even. Okay, so we've moved it across so it's not all at that end or all in the middle. It is slightly offset, which I really like. And then we're just going to put "Wishing you a very Merry Christmas" in here. Okay, so that's it for November. That's it for this set. And as I say, as I'm filming this, I still haven't decided what we're doing for December or January. So if there's anything you want me to do always comment, and I shall have a look, because I'm always looking for inspiration in all sorts of places. And so there we go. So that's the final card for this month. So I hope you've enjoyed them. And I look forward to speaking to you soon. Bye.